Hey bitches, it's me, the HBIC, Katie Boyd. So, if you guys know me, you guys know that Sundays are sacred in my home. I don't check the computer, I don't check the phone, I don't check social media. I really keep to myself on Sundays. For me, Sundays in my divine feminine cycle are a time to recuperate, regenerate, and renew myself so that I'm strong again for the upcoming week of what I'm doing to heighten the awareness of fifth dimensional consciousness here on Mother Earth. So, that being said, I felt so pulled by spirit to come here today and talk to each and every one of you about this very auspicious, it's the blue moon. I mean, right? Remember the old adage, like once in a blue moon or whatever blue moon, right? You used to hear that, like probably your grandparents say that. The reason why they say that is because a blue moon only happens like every so often. It is not a thing that happens all the time. So during the blue moon, this is really a very special time to go within. So I channeled what is happening in the blue moon in Aquarius tonight. I know if you guys are living near me in the Northeast, we are having a hurricane. So that's why like everything is kind of spooky here. And if you can hear, you can actually hear, I don't know if you can hear, but you can hear water outside, like it's raining cats and dogs. And I said to myself, you know, Spirit has been calling me to come here and talk about this. I'm going to do it even though it's my Sunday and I don't work on Sundays. But I felt pulled by Spirit, so here I am. Okay, what does the blue moon, full moon in Aquarius feel like, taste like, smell like? What is it all about? So if you guys have been following me for a while, you all know that last month in July, we had an Aquarius full moon as well. So in two back-to-back full moons in one lunar cycle, so every 28 days, right? When it's in the same sign, that's why they call it a blue moon, because it really never happens like that. What is it all about? I'm an Aquarius, so this moon is affecting me deeply. The moon tonight is going to affect Virgo, Taurus, and Aquarius more than any of the other signs, but it will still affect all of the other zodiac signs just in their own unique way. So this is what I channeled. I hope that you enjoy it. If you feel like this could help someone, or if you feel like, oh, you know, I want my friend to watch this, just tag your friend down below. I'm going to share this after I finish this live. I always do, so feel free. It'll go into IGTV. Okay. What is this blue moon all about? So Aquarians, I'm an Aquarius. Aquarians are pretty much three things. They're very complicated, but I'm just gonna break it down easy. We are the humanitarians of the zodiac. We are the scientists of the zodiac, and we are the aliens of the zodiac, okay? That being said, there's so much energy swirling around us. I don't care who you are, where you live, what your upbringing is. If you even believe in astrology and zodiac and, you know, full moons, new moons and all this stuff. But, you know, we are made of like what, 80-something% water. I don't remember science class that day, but we're made up mostly of water. So if the moons make the tides rise and fall, why don't you think that the moons will affect us? It's just a given, right? So, humanitarianism, we are the scientists and we are the aliens. So what does that mean for each and every one of us? What that means is, be the humanitarian right now of your own life, okay? Stop worrying about everything else that's going on in the world. You don't have control over other people. You don't have control over the coronavirus. You don't have control over what's happening overseas. You don't have control over anything. The only three things that you have control over are this: your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Your thoughts, your words, and your action create your reality. And so many of us, especially right now, we are so tied down to the three-dimensional construct and narrative of the darkness and the matrix. But if you wake up every day and you say, how can I improve my own life? How can I be the lighthouse in the darkness? How can I heal myself on a deeper level and be the humanitarian of my own precious human life instead of worrying about, oh my God, this is happening over here and that atrocity and this thing and that thing? No, 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 no. You can feel it and you can care. But if every person woke up and said, how can I today be the humanitarian in my own life, would the world not be a much better place? Would the world not be released from the three-dimensional construct and the narrative of the matrix and elevate up to Christ consciousness, to the fifth dimension and higher? Okay? So number one is, what is this blue moon? What is the feel? What is it teaching us? It's teaching us to wake up and say, how can I be a better person? How can I shape my life to be more beautiful, more calm, more peaceful, more divinely feminine? How can I tap more deeply into my intuition and my gut instinct of what I know is right and what I know to me is wrong? How can I stop being a sheep? Because you know what's so funny is there's an old adage that says, the sheep were always so afraid of the wolf. But it was not the wolf that killed them, it was the shepherd. Let me say that again. The sheep are always afraid of the wolves, but it's never the wolf that kills the sheep, it's always the shepherd. So you're allowing yourself to be shepherded and herded and pushed and prodded and poked and brainwashed. And you're not waking up and saying, wow, God gave me this precious human life with free will and a sound mind. How can I wake up today and be the humanitarian of my own life? And let me tell you something right now. Even being the ambitious one herself, the queen of ambitious land, still get afraid. I still feel uncomfortable. I still get sad. I still get overwhelmed. I look at the world and I go, oh my God, the world, oh my God, it's falling apart. This is so awful. Oh my God, the atrocities, you know what? Whatever you choose to focus on will become your reality. So if you wake up every day and you say, oh my God, look at the atrocities over here, and look at the horribleness over here, and look at the darkness over here. But guess what? We have to go through the darkness. Everyone right now, all my friends who are spiritualists and they're healers and they're, modern mystics and all these things. And I have a lot of friends that do this. They're always like, love and light, man, namaste. And I'm like, no, bitch, no, it's time to delve deep into the dark waters and figure out, wow, all the terrible things that I've gone through, all of the horrible, fearful things that I'm seeing around me. I can learn from it. I can take it and I can work it and I can mold it and I can make it malleable and I can bend reality. Because if you ever did watch The Matrix, the movie, and if you have not watched the trilogy, you must. It's not an action movie. It's the most spiritual movie probably that I've ever seen. All three of them. But what did Neo in The Matrix learn how to do? He learned how to bend energy. We have to learn how to bend energy as ambitious beings. It is not just about waking up and being like, namaste, love and light, spiritual bypassing bullshit. No, it's about what's wrong with me? What in myself haven't I healed? What dark parts of me am I pushing down so everyone thinks I'm like, peace, man, love, peace, and hair grease? No, it is about the darkness. It's about delving into the dark of your depths of your soul to pull out the things that no longer are serving our highest, greatest good. So number one, what is this blue moon teaching us? To be the humanitarians of our own lives. And if we all woke up and were the humanitarians of our own lives, would we all be experiencing the world, the hologram that we're all experiencing? Would we? No, we wouldn't. Okay? Number one. Number two, Aquarians. We are scientists. We are the scientists of the zodiac. Okay. So a lot of people in the spiritual community are like, Science is bullshit. It's all about energy. I have a little news for you, the people who aren't using their noodles. Energy is science, bitch. Energy is science. It's laws of the universe. And what's happening is we are not abiding by the laws of the universe, and we wonder why we are not living life ambitiously. Be the scientist of your own life. Sit down in quiet like a scientist. If a scientist was doing a science experiment, would they be like listening to all this shit and like watching the news while they're doing the experiment and like watching social media while they're doing the experiment and like listening to like fucking heavy metal and all this shit? No. They would get quiet. They would make their whole environment clean to not tamper with the science experiment, right? They would be in orderly, organized fashion. They would have hypotheses, right? We must be the scientists of our own lives. We have to get quiet and still and say, I wonder if I did this, that, this, and that, if that would lead me to my most ambitious reality. You know? So be the scientist of your own life. Stop what you're doing. Stop just because, like my grandmother always said when I was a little girl, just because you're rocking on a rocking chair does not mean you're going anywhere. And a lot of you are rocking on rocking chairs, are like, I'm doing things. And it's like, you're not doing anything. You're burning yourself to a nub instead of focusing on your healing and focusing on putting things into play and saying, wow, if I just fast and I just sleep and I take my supplements and I surround myself with loving, like-minded people and I take care of my physical body and I take care of my home, right? I organize it, I declutter it, I get rid of all the cobwebs, right? And then I place boundaries on my relationships, and I'm not just like in a fear, lack, money mindset death spiral. And I implement non-negotiable spiritual practices, which is ambitious. This is what I talk about, the 6 life makers and breakers. If I did all those things, what would happen to my life? Good shit. That's what would happen to your life. So sit there, not only being the humanitarian of your life, but being the scientist of your life. Running some experiments instead of just doing the status quo. And last but not least, aliens are the sorry, Freudian slip. Aquarians are the aliens of the zodiac. When I was a little girl, I always would look out the window, out to the stars, and I would always say to myself, that's where I came from, that's where I belong, that's my home up there. I always knew, but I knew on a very innate level that my soul, not my meat puppet, not my biological spacesuit, right? My actual soul, I knew that my soul chose to be here because my soul chose to be here on the mission with the purpose to help awaken humanity. Now, is Katie Boyd gonna awaken all 8 billion people on the earth? Probably not. But if I can awaken hundreds or even some thousands, then I have done my mission here as a star seed. That soul chose to incarnate here at this time. If you are alive during this time, you might be like, oh, woe is me, this is the worst time. No, it's not. You ever hear that song from Billy Joel, like, we didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world was turned. Remember that song? We didn't start the fire. We didn't start the fire. It's always been fucked up, guys, because we are so connected to the third dimensional frequency of lack and fear and not enoughness. When God put our souls here with our co-creation on this earth to lift and raise humanity with love, with faith, with joy, and all the core desired feelings that you should be delving into. But you're choosing to be a human. You're not choosing, if you're not feeling good about yourself and you're feeling confused, you're feeling overwhelmed, you are choosing to be a human being. You are not realizing that you are a spiritual being who came here to have this human experience. Your soul is not from here, it's from there. So be the alien Be the alien of KB for president. Girl, I would never want that job, honey, but I will do this, thank you. But you're choosing to focus on all of the bad in the world. And I'm here to tell you, you are your own worst problem. You are your own worst problem. So be the alien. Realize it's like, okay, my soul came from up there and it chose to come here to help evolve humans and Mother Earth in this time of ascension to fifth dimensional, higher consciousness, Christ consciousness, whatever you want to call it, frequencies. When you think about as an alien, as an Aquarius, we love to jump timeline dimensions. That's why one day, I'll be on here and I'll be my hair will be black. I'll have red lipstick on. I have my best Peg Bundy outfit. The next day, I have my hair is slicked back. I have big glasses on. I'm more in my masculine. Some days I might have a fake ponytail on. Some days my hair might be bleach blonde. Some days I might be wearing freaking Japanese street clothes. We cannot, as Aquarians, be defined by one thing. We are constantly chameleon ourselves. That's why we're the aliens of the zodiac. And we realize that change is inevitable. And we must evolve or die. So the third thing here during this blue moon in Aquarius is be the alien of your life. And this energy here is really about heightened intuition. Heightened intuition. It's like, every day, our spirits go, don't do that. He's not for you. Why are you eating that? Why are you not working out? Why are you hanging out with those people? They don't make you feel good. Why are you not, meditating? Why are you not fasting? Why are you drinking so much alcohol? You always hear these things and you go, shmishmash. That is your intuition. That is your third eye. That is your gut instinct. And so many of us are like, I don't know why my life sucks. It's like, bitch, because you're not listening into your intuition. God gave you this gift and you're not even using it. So this is a time of heightened intuition. So start really tapping into listening of what your soul is telling you. I am very much in my masculine, right? I'm success driven. I'm a goal getter, right? I want to do all these things all the time. But sometimes with my foot, hurting my foot a couple weeks ago, it's like, I want to run around on the boot. I want to do all these things, but it's like, no, God is telling you to slow down. God is telling you to take a breath. God is telling you to get still so that you can create, Katie, the next level of who you're going to be. How can you create the next level of who any of us are going to be if we're running around like a rat in a Skinner box? We can't. So listen to your intuition. Ask yourself always, am I serving faith or am I serving fear? If you're coming from a place of love, you're serving faith. If you're coming from a place of fear, you're serving fear. If you're serving fear, you're serving the three-dimensional dark forces. And I'm not talking about good darkness, because darkness and shadow is actually their teachers. I'm talking about really malevolent energies. So are you serving faith or are you serving fear? Ask yourself when you're making decisions. Ask yourself when you're making decisions. And then last but not least, really get okay with the fact that you are putting yourself in a position to jump timelines into this new chapter of your life. So many of you, including myself, we're trying to hold on to narratives and beliefs that we no longer align with. They don't resonate with who we are and where we're going. But guess what? No one's making you do this. You are choosing this. You are choosing this. So if you're not where you desire to be right now, you're not serving faith, you're serving fear. There's so many resources out there in the world. There's YouTube videos, there's lives like this, there's groups of women like I have an Ambitious on my Ambitious app. There's protocols, there's programs, there's healing sessions, there's tarot cards, there's crystals, there's so much shit. There's church, whatever you're into. But you're like, wait a minute, where are you? Who's coming to save me? Oh, who's coming to save me? Bitch, no one's coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. Only you can save you. Not your mommy, not your daddy, not your husband, not your boyfriend, not your girlfriend, not your sister, not your brother, not your best friends, not your boss, not the president of the United States. No one is coming to save you. We have to save ourselves. And the way that we do that is we apply ambitious tools and principles into our lives. That's it. I don't know what else to, and I work with so many women all over the world, and they get so offended when I tell them, like, listen, I'm not available for this energy. I'm not here to lick your butt crack to make you go to the next level. If you are stuck in this timeline, stay here, but I am not here, honey, I'm over there. And it doesn't make me better than anyone. And it doesn't make you better than anyone just because you're choosing to go to these higher frequencies of dimension. It means that you are helping you are actually, let me put it this way, you are a part of the transition team. You chose to come here. Why are you squandering your precious fucking human life, man? It's insane to me. It's insane to me. Right, Jess? Jess knows me. She's one of my girls. She's one of my girls in bitches. I love her to death. She knows I don't dangle people. I will not. And it's not because I don't love them. It's usually the people that I'm the hardest on is the ones I love the most, because I'm like, I can't do this for you. You have to make the decision yourself. I can help you. I can give you the tools. I can coach you. I can be your biggest cheerleader. I can do healing sessions with you. You can join my protocols. You can read my book. You can listen to my podcast. You can do it all. But I cannot hold you up and marionette you. Because guess what? As soon as I put you down, you're going to hate me. And guess what? I got enough people out there that don't like me. I don't need more. Know what I mean? So take this time today, wherever you are in the world. Here, I'm in New Hampshire. I'm in southern New Hampshire. We're having a hurricane. So I said, well, I'm going to show up and I'm going to take my Sacred Sunday and I'm going to speak some victory into these girls because they need it. Because sometimes you have to hear it from someone who's a leader and who may not be better than you, because I'm not. But I have been doing this for a really long time and I have the tools to pull myself out of the shit pit quicker. And that's what I desire for each and every one of you, for me to teach and instill and give you the cliff notes, the ambitious cliff notes, so that you don't have to go through all the pain that I went through. That you can just read this book or listen to this podcast or watch this YouTube video or go on my app or come here on my Instagram page and hear and take in and consume and digest and assimilate all the things that I'm saying to you. But most of you are going to watch this video and you're going to, oh, Kate, I like Katie's red lip, cute, adorable, moving on. And you're not going to hear what I'm saying, and you're going to go back to hypnotic rhythm. You're going to go back to being a sheep. You're going to go back to the zombie apocalypse. And that's okay. I still love you. But do you love yourself? And is it okay for you? That is the big question. Okay? So, even if you can't see the moon tonight, she is out there. She is chilling. She is shaking shit up. She is rattling the freaking cage. You might not feel that great. You might feel like a lot of heightened anxiety. Like I said to Matt yesterday, I go, oh my God, I'm having an anxiety attack. He's like, what's wrong with you? I go, I don't know. And then I was like, oh shit, the full moon's tomorrow. So I'm so connected to, my divine feminine cycles that when the moon starts to get full, so do I. So take time tonight to sit in quiet, to be the humanitarian of your life, to be the scientist of your life, to be the alien of your precious human life, and sit down and do your rituals. Sit down and really get quiet and say, Spirit, tell me what's no longer serving my highest, greatest good. Is it too much alcohol? Is it too much food? Is it not enough fasting? Is it spending time with people that don't really support me? Is it lack mindset? Is it not enoughness? Is it stories that I was connected to as a child that I still believe in my subconscious mind? Is it relationships that no longer serve? Is it I was talking to my online business manager, Kim Fox, this week, and I was saying to her, I was like, and I'm in a boot, so I can't dance. And I was like, I just have this pull. I just want to dance. I don't want to freaking lift weights. I don't want to do all this shit. I want to just move my body and I want to dance and I want to take hot baths in the morning and I want to sip tea and I want to read and I want to breathe and I want to connect with nature. And that is what we all as ambitious women here on earth are feeling so deeply in our souls, to get back to the rhythms of the divine feminine energy, which is what we call ambitious. The word bitch is not derogatory. You should wear it like a badge of honor. It's an acronym. It means being in total control of yourself. You have the control no one else does, and you're looking for someone else to come in and help you, puppet you to control your life, and no one's going to do that for you. People will help you and they'll love you and they'll support you. But at the end of the day, you come into this world alone and you go off alone. So what are you going to do with this precious human life? Are you going to squander it? Are you going to focus on all the bad? Because guess what? There's just as much beauty and joy and happiness on this earth that there is sadness and fear and horrible disgustingness. That is the balance. Mother Earth is not a perfect planet. It is a refined planet. Let me say that again. Mother Earth is not a perfect planet. She is a refined planet. There has to be the dance of the light and the darkness. There has to be the dance of the good and the evil. There has to be the dance of the fear and the faith, because without it, we wouldn't know any better. We wouldn't know what was bad and what was good. We would be automatons. We would be disconnected from our souls. So stop focusing on the bad and start focusing on the beauty. Be the humanitarian, be the scientist, be the alien. And that is what this Aquarius blue moon is all about. Now, if you haven't read Ambitious the book yet, head on over to kbmfc.com, pick up a copy or a bitch box, because I have amazing tools in there like cloaking and cord cutting and death meditation and inner child healing and all these things, ancestral lineage healing, all these things that we talk about that people don't really understand. Get on over there. Don't say, oh, I don't know how to fix my life. Well, I'm giving you the tools. It's up to you. I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make it drink. Okay, I'm gonna peace out. I'm gonna go do some stuff for myself now. And remember, if you feel like this is gonna inspire someone or educate them or entertain them or just open them up, just when I share this on my IGTV, just go there and say, hey, at so-and-so, your friend, your sister, your mother, your cousin, your best friend, maybe if someone that you don't even like, just at them here so they can hear what I'm saying, so that they can sit tonight and do their rituals. So, ritual, sit down, write all the things that no longer serve your highest, greatest good, all the things that are keeping you stagnant and stale and in the three-dimensional narrative, and go the fuck outside and burn that shit and say, au revoir. Bye, bitch. Adios. Auf Wiedersehen. Okay? Stop dragging all of these old, broken down chains around. It's just heavy and it does not go with your outfit. Okay? I love you all. Happy Sunday. Happy Blue Moon in Aquarius. Don't forget to stay ambitious. I love you all. Mwah.